time for another review of Dino Fury. Power Rangers Dino Fury. This is episode of McScary Manor. Okay, so this is one where I didn't watch before. I could have, but everything conked out, so yay me. Anyways, wait a minute. No, I think this is 11. Oops. Like, hold on, wait a minute. One more second. Yeah, sorry. It was episode 11. It was like 12. What the heck? No, it was 11. So, yeah. So, anyways, episode 11. So, we get to start out with Pop showing up at this random house, which apparently is McClurry Manor. And what he was supposed to do is actually fix the whole entire place up. And, wow, it needs a dusting and everything. I hope he actually got a lot of money out of this. So, he was actually around. He picked up a pipe a little bit and he's like, oh, that won't do. And then we see 3 dolls over there on the other side of him, and at first they didn't look, and then all of a sudden now they're looking at it. I was like, what the world? And then you hear ooh, and it's like, oh, okay. And well, he got spooked. He went into spider webbing, and then he knocked over a box full of rubber duckies. It's kind of funny that the rubber duckies don't even show up when I'm going too ahead of, but still, it's like, yeah, so he's just jumped out the window. I'm like, oh man, I remember those days. You can go jump out the window, jump off a building. Oh man, messed up days of being a kid, dude. It's like, yeah, it's like joking about suicide. Not funny now, but then it was okay. Different times. So we get to go to Buzz Blast, and then you see this one girl who's like, we could do something about this slime, adding glitter. Sure, why not? And then you have Javi going to Amelia saying a few things. Apparently they have a person named Jean. It's like, her name is Jane, but apparently they talked to some person named Jean. Sure, I don't know where Jean is. But anyways, he actually had a few stories that was a good idea, and he decided to make one up, being like, there's also Purple Beard the pirate. Here he appeared. It's like, Purple Beard? I'm in. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I made a joke. Sorry, I thought it was funny. And basically we get to the point of where Pop shows up out of nowhere, and he is concerned for his life. He's concerned for Amelia's life and Javi's life, being like, don't go there. There's actually a ghost there, and oh my gosh, oh, good Lord. And, well, he was so spooked, he left the keys, and he was able to go fix the air conditioning. Thanks to Jean, and then Jane showed up, and who the frick is Jean? He's like, yeah. It's like, I don't know who's Jean. But anyways. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so after that, she actually got the keys, and she's like, I'm going to go investigate. So she goes investigate, goes inside. There is no rubber duckies on the floor. Whatever. Anyways, she hears a ooh, and she goes check it out, and it turns out it's a Sporex beast. So no ghost Sporex beast, and then she contacts him and be like, yep, there's a Sporex beast around here. And it's like, okay, well, stay safe until we arrive. And of course the Sporex beast found her and wrapped her up, and now she is bounded on the floor, tied up. So Amelia actually got up, and then after she got up, she actually jumped out the window. jumped out the window. It's like, yeah, kids don't do this at home. Hopefully they know that. I really hope they do. Which is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure kids don't really get to jump out windows that easily these days. But if you can, well, even though they're luckiest kid alive, still you shouldn't do it. But anyways, jump out the window. The monster actually followed, and the monster actually was like, oh, well, she actually made a remark saying, since she was going to say, I can fight you with my hands around my back, looks like I have no choice but to prove it. So she actually was doing some good kicking motions until the point of where she almost got defeated, and then the Rangers showed up. The other Rangers showed up. They actually free her, and she uses a mood blast. Not a moon blast, but mood blast. Or no, a moon beam. Mood beam, even though I thought it was a mood beam instead of a moon beam. Either way. So she hit Javi, and Javi has the feelings. Oh, good Lord. Then they morph and then they fight for a little bit until Mucus shows up and say, "Hey, well, what you doing? You didn't do the plan." It's like, "Yeah, well, they preoccupied my time." It's like, "All right, let's get out of here right now." So they leave, and then before they leave, actually, they went to another location. You know how it is, where it's like, yeah, they have to use the stock footage, but the Red Ranger used the sprint booster key, and then after she gets hit, it's like after Amelia gets hit, then they leave. Then after that, well, they wonder if the two should be able to go still to work, even though they're kind of off. And it's like, yeah, let's do it. And the other three goes to the command center. And of course, well, when Amelia got hit, instead of the feeling, she actually got angry, a little bit of her anger, and she's basically ticked off at Ollie, being the fact of she wouldn't have been there if he wasn't the one who's doubting her, because like, yeah, she was either proving that ghosts exist and also proving that Ollie, that you are wrong, sir. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what to say on that one. It's like, yeah, I have no idea what to say on that one, so I'm just gonna say they return to Buzz Blast. You have Javi actually picking up coffee, question mark. He says hot chocolate, but it's bitter, which means technically it's coffee. So to make coffee better, it's not sugar, it's marshmallows. So he goes get marshmallows, and then Pop shows up again asking, "Have you seen some keys? Because the keys that I need to return the keys, and I just thought of it." And well, she actually got ticked off by him because, well, monster. And the monster basically helped her actually say what she feel, which is, of course, how she's like, "I'm not a child. Why are you stopping me from what I want to do in life?" And he's like, "Oh, you're mad at me." It's like, yeah, it's like, well, you went to the mansion without my permission, and now I have to go there to get the keys that you foolishly lost. And of course, she did actually bail herself out, saying, "Oh, the Rangers saved me." So he goes to the mansion. Meanwhile, we have Javi, who reveals that he got a lot of marshmallows. Excuse me. Zato and Izzy shows up, and well, it turns out that Javi actually has the keys. Since he had emotions, Javi actually forgot that he had the keys, and now all of a sudden, Meanwhile, in Void Knight's hideout HQ, he actually talks to Doomtress, which apparently that's her name. And it's like, oh, so not like Scaramid or Pira Doom or something. I was like, no, it's like Doomtress is okay, like Fortress and Doom. Like, oh, okay, fine, frigate, whatever. And her gift was the fact of she can actually sense items that are very valuable. So she sent something in the house, and that's why she was there. And since the Rangers actually got involved, he's like, "Oh, well, how about this plan? Since she actually is good at battling the Rangers, we're going to crush the Rangers then." And that's when the commercial break happened. Alright, so we actually start again, and Pop actually is in the mansion. He's been looking all over, and now he's in the basement. And lo and behold, he finds a Dino key. And Amelia shows up in Ranger form to actually make sure. She's like, "Oh, we found this while fighting," and she makes sure to disguise her voice, and we get some insight in what's going on with Amelia's life. Turns out Amelia's mom and dad are just like her, taking risks and stuff, and they are, of course, missing. So it's up to Pop to make sure that she is safe ever since she was a baby. So, wow. So ever since she was a baby, so after she was born, they gave their daughter to their grandfather and went out on a risky adventure. What the heck? Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's going to definitely be an inquiry. That's definitely going to be an inquiry, but for right now, they basically traded. She gave him the keys. She got apparently it's a battle key, and I'm like, a Dino battle key? How do you even know what that is? I mean, how in the world would Zato even know what that is? And at least they kept the aspect of they're looking for keys, searching for keys now. That was cool. So anyways, the Ranger actually were fighting elsewhere. And Amelia shows up, but at the time Amelia shows up, Izzy got blasted by the mood blast, and now she's scared. Then Ollie got hit by a mood blast and he's super happy, and Zato got hit by a mood blast and he's very lazy. So it's up to her to actually battle Doomtress over here. And of course, all of the minions got defeated, thank goodness. And of course, Ravi actually eventually used the hyper key. And well, he did get wrapped up at one point while the others were still battling. And then that's when, thank goodness, the others actually were able to come and free them. But the mood blast got used a few times, and now everyone's mostly useless. So Amelia shows up and he's like, well, I'm gonna have to try this key then. It's like, oh, this is what you're looking for? It's like, yes, that's what I'm looking for. So she uses it, and now it's the blazing battle key. That is what it's called. And then she uses it, and it's like, well, you can kind of understand that the sentience of the Zord, of course, is gone. Like usual, Zords can't have sentience. I know that the freaking Megazord, the T-Rex champion Zord, of course, doesn't have sentience. Of course, well, okay, I understand that can't do it, even though it would be kind of cool if they did have it, but frick it. Yeah, and then all of a sudden now, so anyway, she uses it, and it's like, yeah, but there's a gimmick to how to use that. And for people, it's like just a little catch up. Something for you guys to know. When it comes to the blazing battle key, or whatever you want to call it, to actually use it, you have to get right with the Zord that it is actually compatible with. So that's why in the original version, the Red Ranger uses it, and then eventually the Black Ranger uses it. But it was after the Black Ranger got the trust of the Zord to use it. That's how it goes. It's like, yeah, and that Zord actually enjoys riddles. So I know the riddles was kind of like very, very, it was, the riddles weren't that good. The riddles, you basically have like random freaking answers. So I guess it's okay they did away with his sentience, but not really. It's like, yeah, it's like if you love freaking funny and bling ho 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 crap, you would figure that they would keep that in because, well, it is funny. And that's what you have to do, is add funny into freaking Power Ranger stuff. Funny. But anyways, so Doomtress decides to turn big, which of course it is related to a pyramid, which is like, well, that's kind of basic, right? It's like, yes, kids won't know what pyramids is, so that's why we just say fortress. If that's true, then you guys are completely jerks. I mean, this is kind of at the same level of being like, no, we can't say origami, it's folding Zords. Ayy. Anyways, let's just continue on. Doomtress becomes big, and then Amelia has no choice but to actually summon the champion Zord by herself. And when she tried to, the new Zord, which, okay, that's a big fat name. It's like, yeah, the Zord just came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, that's a big fat name. Blazing Zord and Dino Blazer Zord, I think that was the name of it, ? And was like, where did this Zord came from? It's like, oh, whatever, let's just combine, frig it. So it's just combined, and now it's the Blazing, oh my gosh, I don't know what the combination name is. It's like, yeah, you said too much and didn't let me digest it. So they fused together, and now there's a brand new Zord combination. Amelia actually, for the first time ever, is piloting it. And she gets to even use the Mega, the big saber thing. And then she was able to just take them out very, very quickly. Just very, very quickly, she's taking them out. The end. We're done here. And then we go to Buzz Blast, where Pop Pop finishes up fixing the AC. Gotta admit, this is kind of bull crap that you just did this to make her, it's funny. And it's like, yeah, that's not a good idea. It's like Pop Pop actually seems to be like a very capable man, and now you show that he's not truly capable at all. What the hell, guys? What the hell? But anyways, He fixes it. He goes down. He talks to Amelia. He apologizes to Amelia. Amelia apologizes to him. Actually, no, she apologizes to him. And he's like, no, I'm proud of you. You don't have to do anything. I'm proud of you already. And then it's like, yeah, so here we go with what he did repairs. It turns out it was so windy in there. And then after that, he did some buttons. Beep, boop, beep. It was hot like a sauna and as if maybe roasty turkey or something. And then beep, boop, beep again. And then it was very, very frozen. And she's like, I am not paying you for your job unless you can defeat me in a snowball fight. And she throws a snowball and that's how it ends. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry, but that's just not really funny. It's kind of messed the frick up showing that, oh, Pop-Pop's a fix-it guy, but I think he's not truly a fix-it guy. I think he's good washing windows and that's it. And it's like, no, that's not cool. I'm pretty sure he's a capable man and he should be able to be capable enough to fix a freaking AC or even fix the mansion because he was paid to fix the mansion. So I don't know what to say here besides y'all guys thought it was funny to do that, and maybe he just not good with technology wise because it's new technology, but it's still, I kind of prefer having him be the actual fix it guy who fixes it. You know, screw having the funniness. Let's just end it by him actually fixing it and it's good, and then just figure out some other gag you can do. I would have preferred it was some other gag than this. Or heck, how about don't do a gag at all and allow it to be a nice, fun, touching moment, a nice, good, touching moment, and you end it there. I don't think we needed to have a funny gag moment, but here we are, and technically now I'm like, are we sure that Pop can actually fix stuff? Because it seems to me he kind of suck at it. Just saying, it seems to me he kind of sucks at it. Anyways, there we go. That's the end, and I guess we have some stuff to talk about in freaking inquiry. But for right now, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see what happens next time, which maybe is Lord Zed's entry back here. I think that was it. I think it was episode 12, and it's like, oh well, we're gonna be in for a show indeed. But anyways, I'll see you guys then.